Today we'll read about collective bargaining. Collective bargaining तमें in simple language तमें गोटे जिनसे पूछा. This means negotiation. कथाबार्ता. बुझामणा. Suppose तमें गोटे job रे अच्छा कि मैं गोटे organization चाकरी करछो. You have some problem. You have some conflict with the. It could be with your employee or with your employer. तमें डिस्कशन करछो तमरा मालिक संगे रे. ये जो प्रॉब्लम टा है पर तमरा एम्प्लॉयमेंट रिलेटेड, तमरा सैलरी रिलेटेड, तमरा वेज रिलेटेड. It could be anything. So we'll read the definition and meaning of this. तमें इतने की बुझा जाए. This is one type of negotiation. Once you go for a negotiation, there are different techniques, how we'll do it, how we'll carry a negotiation, what are the different steps, how we'll form, how we'll present your case. That's why it's a vast topic. Collective bargaining is a tool. It's one technique. How we'll conduct negotiation with employers. First, you study the meaning. Collective bargaining is the process in which working people through their unions negotiate contracts with their employers to determine their terms of employment, including pay, benefits, hours, leaves, jobs, health and safety policy, and balance between work and life, way to balance work and family, and more. It could be anything related to your salary, your pay, your bonus, your health policy, your insurance, your pension. It could be your food or social, your transportation, and your work environment. It could be anything. When you are discussing with your employer, with your organization, that is one technique. How we'll discuss, how you will present this, who will represent this. That is known as collective bargaining. That is one technique. That is the meaning. You understand that it's a negotiation. Are you getting some noise?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Let me close. Then we'll go to definition. Just give me a second. Definition is as per ILO, International Labour Organization, according to Article 2 of the Collective Bargaining Convention. This is given by ILO, International Labour Organization, 1981. This is the article number. Collective bargaining extends to all negotiation which takes place between an employer, a group of employers, or one or more employer. So it talks about one side, the employer and or a group of employer or employer organization on the one hand, and one or more worker organization on the other hand. So that means it's between the employer and employees. The organization between employer organization and employees organization. And what they are having discussion? This points. Determining working condition and terms of the employment and or regulating the relation between employers and workers. Regulating the relations between employers and workers and or the regulating relations between employers and their organization and workers organization. The main purpose is to maintain a good relation between employers and employee. This is the meaning. The main purpose of this concept is the negotiation between the workman and the owner of the business. It could be public sector, private sector, government, or whoever is the employer. And the issues may be due to your pay, salary, job, leave, your safety, different policies regarding your canteen policy, transportation policy, insurance policy, and your work-life balance. This is the meaning of the collective bargaining. Then we'll go for it. What are its objectives? Why we need this? Aims and objectives of collective bargaining. To have a pleasant and cordial relationship between employer and employee. So this is very self-explanatory. You can understand to have a pleasant and cordial relationship. Cordial relationship means very honest relationship, very healthy relationship between these two parties, employer and employee. To equally safeguard the interest of both employer and employee. So no one is superior, no one is inferior. So this, when you are talking or discussing or giving respect to everyone, you are not partial judgment doing. So treating equally and safeguarding both the party in the same way. To ensure that the government intervention is maintained at a minimum level. So when you're talking, negotiating, that means you are making sure government is not interpreting or interfering in your discussion. Government is discussing in a very minimal way. That you are making sure, or the collective bargaining discussion is purpose of that to encourage the maintenance of a domestic environment, democratic environment. In the workplace, wherever you are working, everything is in a democratic way. Encourage the maintenance of a democratic environment. That means you have equal rights, voice to say something. You should not fear anything. If you have a problem, you should not feel that, okay, this is not my. You have all rights to say, raise your voice against a problem, and that will be taken care by the management or your association. So these are the main objectives, aims of collective bargaining. Relationship and treating equally all the employee minimal intervention of government, and democratic environment. On this point, you can write many things. First, you understood the meaning, then objectives. Then we'll go for it, advantage and disadvantage. What is the advantage? When you talk about this negotiation concept, there are some advantages and disadvantages. The first advantage is it allows the employees, it allows the worker to raise their voice in a democratic way. Being a part of a group helps employees to voice their demands and negotiate better with their employer. So the main advantage is if you have some problem, it encourages you, it promotes you to raise your voice against the employers. So that is one advantage. Another one is because you have such environment, you have such uh, techniques in place, you will get a better workplace, better environment to work. Wherever you are working, your workplace, your factory, your eating place, everything is having a good environment, so healthy environment. If you don't have, you can raise that voice. If you have this kind of mechanism in place, so that is what advantage you are getting out of it. Another one is it makes the rights and obligation of both employers and employees. So you are always aware of your rights, what you are supposed to do, what is your entitlement. Not only you as an employee or employer also understand this very well when this collective bargaining is in place. So these are the plus points. Advantages. What are the disadvantages? Disadvantages means if collective bargaining is there, what are the problem? First thing is this process, when you are talking, negotiating, it's a lengthy process. Suppose you have a small problem, but talking to management and your association is talking, then the negotiation is happening. It's a lengthy process. It's a long, complicated process. Another hindrance is effectiveness of this process is presence of multiple trade union in the India. In India, there are many trade unions. At least in central level, there are 8, 9 trade unions are very active. They are working in different public sector. We read that in first semester, like uh, that All India Trade Association and what is that Mazdur Sangh. These are all central level trade union, and you have many in the central level, so it gives some kind of confusion. And sometimes these trade union are driven by political people. And most of the time, like decisions are coming from big political people. Suppose in your organization, in your region, in your area, there is a big organization, and the political leader are involved in with the association. That means suppose you are demanding something and they are discussing, it's always driven by them. So they are talking about the management, whatever they're deciding. So you are listening. So in one way you have to listen to the political party. And another thing, another disadvantage is there is no way to determine which union is representing the employer. So since there are many in the India, so it's not very easy to decide which one is representing the employee, which one is employee friendly. So these are the advantages, disadvantages. So you have some plus point and some minus point of this concept, collective bargaining. So when you read it, when you understand the concept, you can visualize many things and you can write that. Then we'll go through another thing. What are the different types of negotiation bargain? I told you something like that this is known as one kind of negotiation. Negotiation means bargaining. It's a discussion happening between employees and employer. Suppose employee is telling that our salary is low, but employer is telling your salary is high. So in between there is a bargaining going to happen. There is a negotiation happening. So that bargaining has different strategy, different types of bargaining, different types of negotiation. Distributive bargaining, integrative bargaining, productivity bargaining, composite bargaining, concessionary bargaining. Distributive bargaining, in this type of negotiation process, one party benefits at the expenses of others. Distributive bargaining mane, this is very common. ତମର ମୋର କିଛି ଗୋଟେ ଝଗଡା ଲାଗିଛି ଆମ ଭିତରେ କିଛି ନେଗୋସିଏସନ ହଉଛି ଆଇଦର ତମର ଲାଭ ହବ ମୋର କ୍ଷତି ହବ କିମ୍ବା ମୋର ଲାଭ ହବ ତମର କ୍ଷତି ହବ ଯଦି ତମର ଲାଭ ହଉଛି I have to lose something ମୋର ଲାଭ ହଉଛି you have to lose something that is called distributive bargaining in this type of negotiation process one party benefits at the expenses of others it discusses redistribution of profit sharing in to increase wages, bonuses, or financial benefits. Suppose salary lagi, bonus lagi, or किसी benefits lagi discussion चलती between employees and employee. Employees माने कहते हैं हमारे किसी bonus दरकार है बस. तेणु employers किसी पैसा release करेगा. That means it's the loss for the employer, but employees are getting benefited. If employers is not giving the bonus, then employees are in loss. So that is called distributive bargaining. That is a very common way of bargaining. Integrative bargaining, in this type of bargaining, the agreement is reached so that both the parties see the name integrative bargaining. So both the party, whoever is talking, they are integrated. So that means ତମର ମୋର ଭିତରେ discussion ଚାଲିଛି you have to lose something I have to lose something you will gain something I will gain something so it's between you and me so that both will lose something suppose ତମେ ଚାହୁଁଛ 10,000 ଟଙ୍କା ମୁଁ ଚାହୁଁଛି ଜମା ଦମୁ ଦେବି କିନ୍ତୁ ଆମ ଭିତରେ ଗୋଟେ ନେଗୋସିଏସନ ହେଲା ଯେ ଠିକ ଅଛି 10 ନୁହେଁ ତମର ନୁହେଁ କି ମୋର ନୁହେଁ ମୁଁ 5,000 ତମକୁ ଦେବି as a bonus so that you will get something, I will not lose complete 10,000, I will lose 5,000. But you will get 5,000. So that is integrative bargaining where both the party are integrated and sharing the loss. This is type of bargaining. The agreement is reached so that both the participants, both the side getting the same benefits, they're sharing the loss, and they're making a win-win situation. In the other words, both the parties consider each other's needs. તમે મો પ્રોબ્લેમ બુଝିଲ મો તમ પ્રોબ્લેમ બુଝିଲି. Then we are equally sharing the problem. Productivity bargaining. In productivity bargaining, you understand the name productivity. What is the productivity? So you are getting all the benefits based on your productivity. Suppose you are highly productive. You are getting 100 units produced in a day. So I will be very happy. I will give more. More was the story. Suppose another person working in your same team, same department, only producing 50 units per day. So whatever you are getting, that person will not get the same. So you are producing 100 units. So if I am giving you 100 rupees and that person is producing 50 units, so I should give you 50 rupees, give him 50 rupees. So that means there is a scale of distributing salary and bonuses based on the productivity. That is called productive bargaining. So when a worker is producing and we are measuring the output of the worker in a particular scale, whatever the benefits we are giving based on that productivity, and we are bargaining such a way. Suppose workers are demanding, then employers is bargaining what is the productivity, how they can improve the productivity. In this type of bargaining, the negotiation revolves around the productivity and pay. The two parties agree to certain changes that promises to both. Suppose employers, you are demanding something to the employer. An employer is putting a condition, okay, if your productivity is this, then I can do this. Promises to boost the productivity in exchange for higher wages. So based on that, you will get motivated, you will get in both different motivation to produce more in the factory, in your work, so that you will get more benefits. That is called productivity bargaining. Another thing is composite bargaining. This type of negotiation emphasizes various factors not directly related to the pay. What is composite bargaining? Composite bargaining is when the employer is negotiating with different social factor. That means, one example is, suppose the employer is okay to give you transportation or insurance policy, health insurance policy, or giving you something for your family, children education. So that is going to help you in long run, not in your salary, but you will be more motivated, you will get the benefits. So that is composite. So you are not getting the salary, but along with your employment, you are getting other benefits which will help you. That is composite bargaining. Concessionary bargaining, name says concession. Suppose you are talking with your employer and you are telling that, okay, I don't need this, but I need that. So that means you are giving a concession to the employer. Okay. You don't need to provide me the transportation expenses. I can come with my own transportation, but you give me the insurance. So that means you are giving a concession to the employer and asking something else in that uh, against that concession. So that is one type of bargaining. So these are different bargaining strategy, bargaining techniques. So when you are talking with the employer and negotiating with, you are using this technique based on the situation, depth of the issues, and types of issues. And so there are different situations, not necessarily you will be using everything, but when you are talking based on the situation, you will be using some strategy. Then we'll go through what are the steps, how overall process happening, how overall things happening in an industry, what are the steps, what are the challenges involved. We'll go through it. We'll take a quick break here. Then we'll go through the overall steps, how collective bargaining happens. Then tomorrow we'll read more. Okay. We'll meet after break. Let's take 5 minutes break. Then we'll join the same link. Thank you.